Sound of heaven, ready? What's going on, bud? So, we're here again. We're doing it again. Wondering how you've been. Hopefully, you're all right. For anyone new here, any new drinking buddies of mine, this is not a video that everyone, like this series, this channel is not something for everyone. It's very slow paced. There are no cuts. There are no dramatic. Subscribe to the channel. Like and share with your friends. Like, that's not what this is. It's a very niche, very put it on your countertop as you're cooking dinner. It's like a podcast if a podcast had no structure and had no point. We're sitting down. The point is to sit down in nature, and we're enjoying nothing. I'm sick of being depressed, doom scrolling. If you are, that's great. You've come to the right place. I'm sad that I don't have a place where technology doesn't need to exist, where I can just sit. I mean, I know this is made with technology. It's really good technology, if you ask me. Licking my lips. The point of this entire series is slow, sitting in nature, taking a breather, turning off the technology, and just existing. I don't know. Watch the previous episode. I don't know. We don't need to explain it every time, do we? I shouldn't. You're my drinking buddy now. Ideally, you've been here before. Point is, we're sitting down. We're turning our S word off. Our technology S word. S words. We're sitting down in nature and we're going to have a conversation. You're my drinking buddy. I'm your drinking buddy. And all we're going to do is sit in nature, uncut, unfiltered, and just rant. And rant at each other. Feel free to leave a rant in the comments and I'll respond to it. Assuming 6 people in the entire planet see this. So crack your favorite beverage. This is like a podcast, but it's not. So put your phone down, and I'm your drinking buddy for today. You're my drinking buddy for today. We're out here in nature. We finally got outside. And if you're not outside, appreciate that, you know, this is outside. I've been bored, like profoundly bored lately. I'm wondering, like, how's your life going? You know, like, do you find yourself, like, I'm at an age now where the things I used to do that I thought, like, this is what I love, this is what I want. I'm at an age now where I don't care. I don't care about anything. The things I care about, I don't need to talk about here, but I'm talking about hobbies, right? Like, some people are like, I'm a baseball. I love hockey. I love, like fill in the blank. Dungeons and okay, great. Cool. Like whatever, whoever you are, that's great. I wish I still had that same enthusiasm. I just don't anymore. And I don't know why per se. Like I think about like what am I doing? You know, I'm at a point, people say midlife crisis. I mean, I'm there. I'm at that point. If you're younger than midlife, or if you think your life is going to last a lot longer, first of all, we never know. Secondly, if you're at that midlife point, do you get bored? Like, I'm just so bored. And I know last time we talked about, friends moving on one way or another for one reason or another, not having a drinking buddy. It's not about the drinking. It's about the things we used to do. Like camping is something I love profoundly. It's all I want to do is go set up a campfire, have a meal, make a meal over the fire. I want to go fishing. I want to go boating. I want to go for a long hike in the woods, ideally a forest that's so large you can never explore the full thing, Like, when was the last time, like me being in a city, particularly I'm in like the deep, like this is for where I live, my local area is, I am in the thick of it. This here is an illusion. It might look like, this might look like I'm in a forest, like a deep forest. No, there's a playground right there. I'm looking at some houses. Behind us over here, big old apartment building. I'm in one of those like thin strips where I'm sure, frankly speaking, there's a like a trail, I guess, not even a trail. It's not a trail. It's a sidewalk. It's where people walk. Yesterday I saw an entire, I don't even know, a jogging class, as if you need someone to teach you how to move your feet forward. There were like 30 or 40 people. A little frustrating on my end, but Godspeed, do your thing. I'm in your space, not the other way around. I wish I had my own space where I didn't have to see that. All I want to see is what you see. This fake giant naturist, like, oh, we're in the middle of nowhere. There's literally a biker I'm watching. Just, oh, there he goes. There's a bike. What do you say? There's like a course that bikers and skaters and things, like right there. Just, yep, he's, take me out of it, Listen, I'm just old, man. I'm just old. I just want a space where I could be alone and just enjoy what I do. And on this channel, what do we do? What do we do on this channel? Aside from I gotta hide this phone because last episode, a drop of water fell out of the tree and literally landed on stop recording. So I have no, it might even be doing that right now. I don't know, but it stopped recording my microphone. So the audio in the last episode is absolutely awful. But anyway, what do I want to do? I want to go into the forest. And I want to write poetry and drink a beer or two. And today we're going to be reading Stupid Brave. This was written by me on December 5th last year at 2:15 p.m. So in the afternoon, early afternoon. But we're gonna read this. We're gonna read this later. We can have a conversation about it. But point is, pardon me, very much pardon me. We need to have a sit down. We need to have a talk. Do you, as an individual, as my drinking buddy, sitting here, and you're still listening to this, which is Godspeed. Like, good for you, man. Woman, otherwise. Good for you. I'm proud of you for putting your stuff down. Putting down the technology. I have a problem with doom scrolling. I'm addicted to the dopamine of getting that video. And again, I'll say it again, the irony of being in the woods here, like talking about leaving technology behind. Meanwhile, I've got my camera, I've got my microphone, my phone is literally recording the audio, and hopefully it doesn't F word. Hopefully it doesn't F word up this time, because the first episode it did. I just need someone to have a beer with and have a conversation with, and I hope you're that person. So welcome. I like to do art in the woods and in nature, just more generally. It doesn't have to be in the woods necessarily, but in nature. I like being near a body of water. I like being on the water if I can. I like fishing. I like boating. I like sitting safely and comfortably and sipping on a beverage. So cheers if you're that person, and welcome to this non-edited channel. This channel is meant to be for me and you to have a conversation. I'm your drinking buddy, and you're my buddy. Whether or not you're drinking is up to you. It doesn't have to be alcohol. So I wonder then, like, what's your life like? Because I feel like I'm struggling every day. Like, I feel like I wake up and there's no point to it. There's no future. There's no hope. There's no design. I have to struggle just to make the eye-opening and standing up worthwhile. I know that sounds super depressing, but I'm not trying to be depressing. What I mean to say is, what is the longevity of incentive? Is that like a weird thing to say? Like a weird statement? Like, I think about, I was told growing up that if I work really hard, if I get a good degree, and then if I apply myself and do everything in between, I'll get a good job, I'll get a lot of money, I'll have a house, I'll have kids, I'll have, X, Y, Z, yada, 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 yada. And none of that was true, right? So what about you? Like, you're here with me. Hopefully you've cracked a beverage by now. Hopefully you're sipping on something. I don't want to say a beer, because feel free, have a coffee, have a water, have a tea, I don't care, whatever. Like, what is your idea? I want to make sure we're still recording. Okay. All right. We're still recording, apparently. What's your idea of, like, success? Because my success is in these pages, and I'm going to pass away someday. And all of my poetry, all of my paintings, all of my artwork, the things that I do when I'm out in nature, my success will be measured in a way that is, what do you say, incalculable? Is that a word? To me personally, because I'm going to pass away, but my worth, my value, in my opinion, will be how long do these pages, these words, these videos even, how long are they going to exist after I'm gone? Like, the second I just got, I don't know if you saw that, I just got dripped. How is that even possible? At a 90-degree angle, a perfect like split through the glasses. A drip literally went through my glasses onto the glass, so I can't see anything. How do you measure your own self-worth based on, your life and your experiences if no one else is there to remember you, right? Like if I disappear tomorrow, or if I disappear in a week, a month, 20 years from now, it doesn't matter. When I'm gone, I measure my value based on who still remembers me. So they say the second death. So my physical death, I'm going to pass away soon. This is something I know. It's something I'm prepared for. Something I know. And I'm not saying like everyone dies. I mean, I literally know I am going to die soon. I'm not going to live to 80 or 90 or even 70. If I have another 20 years, that would be like a positive. That would be like, wow, I can't believe I survived for another 20 years sort of thing. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm just saying future viewer 20 years from now, if you find this video and you see that statement, we'll see what happens. But just understand, I'm not expecting to live very much longer. And my value, I find I place on, will I be remembered or read or viewed, or like ultimately, will my existence or the memory of me still exist outside of myself, my own consciousness? If I call somebody, Anthony is calling, okay, so now they pick up the phone in real time. Anthony exists. He's having a conversation. AJ is here, right? But after I pass, someone is going to see nothing like that ever again. But will they, what do they say, ghost? Like say like phantom limb, almost like a phantom limb. Like, will they sometimes out of nowhere just remember that I existed and just be like, I miss that person, or what did that person do? And then they read some of my poetry, or they watch this video, right? I know it's weird. I know it's a weird thing. I know I'm asking for a crazy thing. I'm not asking for it. Let me just specify. I'm not asking. I'm just stating a thing. I'm not out here begging like, please remember me after I go. Please, God. No. Forget about me. If you're not watching to this point, you've already forgot about me anyway. It doesn't matter. You're never going to watch this again. No one's going to watch this more than once. But my point is, I exist now, physically. I can, I can physically interact with the world. One day I won't. And so now I'm wondering, is there a like second death? And I believe there is when there is nothing or no one that remembers what you've done or who you are. I personally do what I can, not because I'm afraid of death or afraid of being forgotten. Frankly, it's all pointless in my mind. This whole thing, I would prefer to leave the world a better place than to consume, or to make $1 billion. I'm never going to make, I haven't even made $1,000, for goodness sake. But goodness gracious, that drip. I don't have drip, but I'm getting dripped on. Yeah, just the fact that we're all going, we're all going, and everyone's trying to maximize their own monetary and they want to, like, I own this and I live here in this mansion with this, oh, I take a private jet and yacht and my yacht has 9 yachts, and I just go like, ah, you're missing the point, man. You're missing the point. Have fun. That to me is lonely. Like, you're lonely and you're desperate. You're desperate for attention. You're desperate for approval, for acknowledgement. I don't know what the word would be. You're so desperate for that, not being remembered, but for the, I'm alive now and I want you to know me, and like, it's embarrassing, number one, but it's also sad in a way that I can't describe. If you're somebody you're just existing in your upper middle class, existence, like, great, good for you. Like, have fun going on vacation several times a year. This, I'm not talking about you. What I'm talking about is the average billionaire, I guess, millionaire. When you're at a point where you have so much money that you use money to feel important, or like you want to be remembered by putting someone on Mars, or you want to be remembered because you were this X, Y, and Z for humanity. And I just go like, you could have just took that money and just gave it to somebody that's poor. Like, you didn't have to, you would have made a bigger difference. I don't know. I'm just talking. But let's see. We got a few minutes. Let's move into we already know PBR on this channel. PBR is my go-to, right? We like the PBR. But I got a new one. We got to try the new one. And I'm sure it's going to be awful. Are you ready? So the PBR, this is the beer of the channel. You're my drinking buddy, so this is what I drink. I've messed up this can. That's embarrassing. But you're my drinking buddy. So we have to, expand our horizons. Life is short to only drink one beer exclusively, although I could just drink this beer like for the rest of my life and never try any other. That's how much I love this beer. And I hope you do too. What's your favorite beer? Comment your favorite beer and tell me why. Give me a detailed reason why your beer of choice is your favorite. Don't just say, I like the way it tastes. Tell me about the taste. Tell me about the flavor. Come on. You're an adult. I'm an adult. I want to know what makes it special. Is it because you can have one or two? Is it because it has like a coffee aftertaste? Is it because it's light and airy? Is it because you like the carbonation? Be specific. Come on. You're my drinking buddy. Tell me about your drink of choice. But since we're on the topic, drinking, and let me just say, I'm not ready for this. I don't want to do this. As someone from Southern Ontario, I'm sure I'm going to find a lot of people that hate me for this. I hate this beer. This is what I can afford today. Laker Red. Laker Red. If you were in Southern Ontario 10 years ago, 15 years ago, make her a Laker. It's $1 a beer. And Doug Ford, maybe even his brother, before he, crack cocaine, he did some things. It was in the news. Look it up. Laker, believe it or not, used to be $1 a beer. The world happened, and apparently Doug Ford ran on making, and this actually did happen. He did do this. He made beer and liquor, I guess wine and things. Now you can purchase these things in the corner stores. So Doug Ford did that for Southern Ontario. So if you're somewhere else in the world where you're like, I just buy beer or liquor or wine wherever, that was new to Ontario a few years back. That never happened in this. You had to go to a control board store, as weird as that sounds, or you had to go to, like, there was the beer store. So the beer store or the liquor control board of whatever province. So LCBO, Liquor Control Board of Ontario. Very weird, but true thing up until a few years ago. Doug Ford made it so you can buy beer in the corner store. He also ran on making it's a maker a laker. It's $1 a beer. He ran on bringing back dollar beer. And fun fact, he didn't bring back $1 a beer. He just made it so you can buy it anywhere. But anyway, Laker Red is it's a red, I guess. What would you even say? It says water, hops, barley, beer, 5.5. I didn't realize it was a 5.5. Waterloo Brewing. Okay, so this is apparently, and Kitchener. Apparently this is very local for me. Water, barley, malt, caramel, hops. Wow, interesting. I'm going to say this. This here, it's not good. It's not a good beer, but I could afford it today. And we're going to try it together. You're my drinking buddy, so if you're my drinking buddy, you gotta put up with this with me. Sound of heaven. Here we go. I mean, it smells like beer, but caramel? I don't smell caramel. Almost like there's like an apple. Yeah. Apple. There's definitely apple forward flavor. I mean, it's too flavorful for me personally, but for the price, like it's like a $2 tall can, so cool. Maybe a little more than that. It's probably $2.20 or something. Yeah, very much apple forward. I don't know why. Caramel. If there's caramel in here, you don't taste it unless for some reason my brain has tied caramel to apple flavor for some reason, but perhaps in the brewing process the caramel turns into apple flavor. I don't know. It's certainly a flavor. It's certainly a flavor. It's not for me. And a lot of people, if you're from Southern Ontario and you've had a Laker beer, I want you to go into the comments and explain to everyone why we might drink a Laker beer, because we all have the same answer. Because it's affordable. And explain how much you appreciate the flavor versus your actual favorite beer. And if your favorite beer is Laker, I need to pick your brain. You need to tell me, please, my drinking buddy, if Laker is your favorite beer, please, for the love of God, explain to me and give me details. I always want the details. It's because you did X, Y, and Z on a sunny day, and it was the perfect temperature, and it was the perfect. You had, I don't know, a red Solo cup, and for some reason maybe that aerates it, and give me the full story, like every detail you can think of. Because to me, red as a 5.5 for the price, this is fine. It's something that you can drink, right? I I can literally drink this. Watch. Here we go. It went down my throat, into my stomach. It's a drink. You can drink this. But it's a, how do you even say it? It's not something you're not buying a 2-4 of this. If you are buying a 2-4 of this, it is you have a specific palate, you have a specific connection, like history wise, you've maybe drank it for one reason or another, and it's something like I can't imagine, like, for a light sipper, for an all, like, let's say you're camping, you're sitting around the campfire, and you have a 2-4 of this for yourself for the next few days or whatever. I don't understand how you could possibly, like, this is your beverage of choice, but please explain to me how. You might like a red, maybe not this red, but tell me about your favorite red. Reds, whites, blacks, the different brews have kind of, like, beer has evolved in my lifetime, right? It never existed in this way, in terms of the advertising, in terms of, like, how they're marketing it. Like, this literally markets itself as red. When you hear black, generally what it means is strong, like 5.5 and above. Usually, generally, not even, I would say closer to 5.9 and above. So 6% and above, you'll hear black. Amber, has more hops flavor than just a standard, ale or lager. It's all marketing. It's all marketing. But red is flavorful. So if you like a flavorful beverage, cheers, dinker and sinker. But yeah, too much flavor for me. And the caramel technically is there. Like, I'm tasting like a candy apple, and that's why it's a problem for me personally. Because I don't want to drink candy. Some of you might. Some of y'all might enjoy, like, a sweet beverage. But if you're going to do that for an afternoon outside in the forest, I mean, all the power to you. But this to me is like it's just too much. But I had to, because this is locally speaking, like, in terms of Southern Ontario, this is like a, cultural. It's cultural. It is. It's a weird cultural thing. Like, think like Toronto and below, maybe all throughout Ontario. I have no idea, but yeah, Laker. If you're a Laker drinker, I tip my hood to you and I raise my tall can to you, but Laker is one of my least favorite beverages. I burped. Sorry. I'm not sorry. But Laker is one of my least favorite beverages. I'll drink it because it's affordable, but I don't like it. Pabst gets the blue ribbon. Laker, maker a Laker. I mean, it's a buck of beer. It's not, Doug. Get your shit. Oh, get your S word together. You made a promise. You were voted in. You said this would be $1 a beer. Even the bottles. The bottles aren't $1 a beer anymore. You're a liar. You're a deceiver. And this is the end of today's episode. So, as per usual, is that what the kids are saying these days? Here we go. Stupid Brave. I mentioned we would read Stupid Brave today. I hope it's, I hope I'm still recording. I am still recording. I hope this, I don't remember this. This was Friday, December 5th at 2:15 p.m. So I'm hoping that this poem isn't offensive, but is also, useful to some of you. Maybe it speaks to you. And let me know what you think in the comments. All right. Friday, December 5th. I'm going to say 2025, 2:15 p.m. Stupid Brave. I don't know you. I don't care to. I've no need to, and I don't want to, because I hate you. And I've spent enough, wasted enough time allowing emotions to prioritize reality, not mine, by the by, to not take the same pathetic courtesy for myself. So, in spirit of this, I need no validity, I need no reason. You are a monster who haunts my mansion rent-free, and I hate you for it. You're not entirely to blame. All coins have heads and tails. But in my nightmares, when you assert yourself, my rage destroys you. Every single. I'm dumb, most certainly, but stupid. Far from it. And anger makes me powerful in those lands between make-believe. So much so, in fact, I am super in my weakness. Not even nightmares outside control can stop me from killing you. And I take pride in it. It makes me smile in madness, knowing you're nothing. You can't even touch me in a fictional world because you're the sad one. You'll never have children of your own, despite your longing for family and love. You'll never truly know that love. And I do not pity you. I'm smiling now, knowing that. I suppose then your rent is paid in full. Live here, serf, with me, mistress. I revel in your nevers. And I am patiently excited to execute your eviction with tortures you cannot imagine. Just think of it. You're here without consent, and this is my domain. I owe you nothing, but I will take from you every single. I'm not trapped in here with you, monster. You're in here with me. My name is AJ. You know that. Drinking buddy. See you next time, eh? Cheers.